You're watching the SEC on ABC, presented by Burger King. Auburn winners of 2 straight and 3 out of 4, now 5 and 6. Alabama comes in at 8 and 3, most losses in a season for the Crimson Tide since 2000. Redshirt freshman from Chicago. Ordinarily a touchback kicker. That is a bit of a shank, it seemed, off to the side. Caught on the run and taken out of bounds. Chicago, the son of a coach. 4-man rush. He sidesteps the rush. Got away from L.T. Overton. Now throws it deep and incomplete. In the general direction of Keandre Lambert-Smith. Domani,
very disruptive in the backfield.
10 tackles for a loss for Falk. 3rd down and 8. 3 receivers to Milroe's right. He steps up and throws. And Josh Cuevas lunged for the line to gain.
Territory. Jalen Milroe's legs have been very effective. So DJ Durkin's defense going to have to be really mindful of quarterback run. They'll always have a quarterback spy on Milroe.
Durkin in his first year as the defense coordinator at Auburn. Over the middle, caught. Ryan Williams was open in the center of the field, and the ball came out. The officials conferring it is Auburn football. Came up with the football.
And it looks like as Williams is going to the ground, it almost looks like Harris's right arm punches up as he's tackling Williams, and watch the ball come out.
Was he down is the question.
Let's take a look. Is that?
I think it's sliding out right before his backside hit the
camera from time to time last year.
He ran for 85 yards if you don't include the sack yardage. Jarquez Hunter, a tough run. Bouncing off Alabama would-be tacklers. Third down and 8. They're not in field goal range. Thorne, man wide open. First down. Rivaldo Fairweather, the tight end. Here comes an Alabama blitz, and the pass caught by Fairweather and then knocked away. Incomplete on a big hit by Malachi Moore. Gone, who is their kicker now for the 3rd game in a row. They had a lot of kicking problems early. So Vachon took over against Louisiana Monroe. He's made 4 out of 5. This is from 39, and it is no good. Jalen Milroe said he was happy that Auburn basically didn't rush anybody. It looked like they rushed 2. Gave him all day to find somebody. Here's C.J. Dupree, the Auburn tight end, across the 40 to the 41. He was at Birmingham Southern last year. They shut down the university. He was a roofer over the summer, thought his college kicking was over. Jalen Milroe pulls it down. The ball's out as Keldrick Falk stuck an arm in, and Bama got it back. Recovered at the 42-yard line by the center.
Great play.
James Burnip, terrific punt. And Malcolm Simmons makes a fair catch inside. 23 years old, a graduate of Michigan State, where he was a 2-time captain. He's in his 2nd year as the captain of the Auburn Tigers. One of them throws deep down the middle, double coverage, and broken up by Malachi Moore. He's trying to get it to Malcolm Simmons.
Percentage when they get long down and distance, they have to be better on 1st and 2nd down moving forward, because they can't make a living like that.
Oscar Chapman, uncharacteristically a couple of shanks last week against A&M. And this one's out of bounds just across midfield. They'll mark it on SMU. Clemson would go to the ACC championship game with a Miami loss. Jam Miller delivers a stiff arm and then gets knocked out of bounds with a 1st down at the 38-yard line of the Tigers. The 14-yard run on the offensive coordinator. 4 minutes to go in a scoreless first quarter. Milroe, 1st down inside the 20. He followed Jam. The fake to Jeremy Bernard. Milroe with some room outside. Milroe, touchdown! His parents, Quentin and Lola, celebrating their son's 18th rushing touchdown of this season, adding to his Alabama record for a quarterback.
It's so difficult to defend. You have so much flow going this way, and you have blockers coming back to the right. That's exactly where Jalen Milroe goes. And I think when you talk to most coaches and they say watching Jalen Milroe at field, he's the fastest quarterback they've seen since Michael Vick. And that time, Auburn underestimates the speed. He gets to the edge and scores the first touchdown of the game.
Graham Nicholson added the extra point. Well, as Milroe goes, so goes. 50 degrees. Cold around a lot of the country. Out of the pistol. Jarquez Hunter, nifty cut to his right. Somebody lost a mouth guard on that collision. And Hunter out to the 46.
And throw a shot, knowing they can come back on 3rd and 1 and get it.
Jarquez Hunter. Ran into Jihad Campbell, the leading tackler for the year for Alabama, junior from New Jersey.
But has answered the call nicely in this new defensive system.
Damari Alston is the running back. And they're throwing a screen to him. Great call, well executed. Alston, who had a big Iron Bowl last year, banged his way down to the
man coverage potentially. He'd be who I'd be looking at.
Quick hitter, Simmons spinning around. He's down short of the first down by about 4 yards. So a decision to make for Hugh Freeze. Jamarian. Analytics say to go for it. They're going to let the quarter end. The running back on the right hip of Thorne, who looks to the sideline for help. He has 3 wide receivers to his right, and Coleman tight to the left. Apparently single coverage from Damani Jackson. Thorne on 4th down. There's a flag down. He lost it. Incomplete.
Offense number 72. Penalty is declined. First down, Alabama.
Xavier Miller.
In this one, especially because of those comments, guys.
Riddick's had a nice freshman year. There was movement along the line of scrimmage. We don't see a flag. Now we do. And the catch is made by Jeremy Bernard. There is a flag down, but it did look like Auburn was off.
Missed high and didn't really go through his mechanics.
3rd and 10. They're 3 out of 5 on 3rd down. Milroe. Bernard runs into the catch. Beautiful throw by Jalen. Play clock down to 2. Milroe down the middle and intercepted over the head of Jeremy Bernard and picked off.
5 times on 3rd and 2 to 3. He's converted 4 of 5, so don't be afraid to hand it to your outstanding back, but he'll motion out.
Thorpe fires. Cam Coleman, 1st down, out to the 23-yard line for a gain of top 3 wide receivers coming out of high school into college football this year, and they've all been terrific. Here's Keandre Lambert-Smith, 1st down across the 40-yard line where he was hit by John.
For Cam Coleman and company down the stretch as a result.
Although Fairweather, the tight end, was the motion man. Thorne on target to Malcolm Simmons. He can run. He got hit out of bounds, and they'll tack 15 on. From 15 more.
Personal foul. Late hit out of bounds. Defense number 13. Penalty will be enforced at the distance of the goal to the end of the run. 1st down.
Pretty clear there is Malachi Moore. I think they're under 10 on the play clock here. And
going to use a timeout. The 3rd and 7:15 upcoming. 8:35 to go till halftime.
All-out pressure look from the Tide. Let's see if they get it out of his hands quickly.
Jarquez Hunter, the running back. It's floated to Hunter, and he got separated from the ball on a huge hit by Malachi Moore.
It's an incomplete pass. Fourth down.
And just a great job by Malachi Moore. He sees it all the way. They go with a little bluff route. Alabama did the exact same route against Tennessee earlier in the season.
From 39, this is from 37. Rallied from a poor attempt last week against Texas A&M, and he does it again here today. Line drive kick to get Auburn on the
defend. I mean, you have a perfect play called. You win the snap, and somehow he does the miraculous and makes a play out of it.
Short throw, Robbie Oots. He's senior from Rock Hill, South Carolina. Auburn blitzes. Well defended. Here's another throw to a tight end, Josh Cuevas. Shotgun with the play clock at 1. Timeout, Alabama. Total yards, 126 passing, 46 rushing, and the game's only touchdown. Engineering this drive, 9th play. They started at their own 25. Jeremy Bernard, first down. And finally swung down near the 6-yard line. Marked it back at the 7. Justice Haynes got 1 for Alabama since 2010. He is looking for his 9th win of the year. Here's that design run for Milroe. And he's down very close to the goal line. The ball is on the ground. They're marking Milroe down. Milroe goes under center. Milroe keeps. Touchdown. For the extra point with James Burnip, the holder. And it's 14-3.
Sneak, very difficult to defend when your left guard's 325 and your left tackle's 360. Jalen Milroe knows where that surge is going to be. He falls to his left. And what an answering drive from the Crimson Tide.
3rd down and 7. They're 2 out of 7 on 3rd down with an average to go of 8 yards. Thorne in trouble, had to throw it away as he was pressured by Jamarian Lathan.
Threw off the defender.
Right, and why would he be doing that even though it wasn't up over his head? It was kind of a half-hearted wave, but, you know, it's sort of resembled a fair catch signal.
I would deem it an invalid fair catch.
Yes, look out! Milroe hit, the ball's out, and Auburn has its 3rd takeaway of the game. Jalen McLeod knocked the ball out. And Philip Bleedy recovered it.
And just working right against Caden Proctor. Milroe never sees him. Proctor misses the initial engagement, and that right arm just swatting down on Jalen Milroe's throwing arm. Just one hand on the football. You cannot play that any better if you're McLeod. Swatting at it and dislodging the football. Just a tremendous play there by Auburn's defensive lineman.
As Kevin Booger. Loss of 2. Likely not in field goal range, although Vachon does have a strong leg. 4 receivers to the left. Thorne has a lot of running room. There's a flag down behind the play as he scampers out of bounds at the 32. Alabama sideline convinced it's a hold against Auburn.
Personal foul. Hands to the face. Defense.
Whoa.
Number 50. 15-yard penalty will be added on to the end of the run. First down.
Wow, and they would be wrong. Loss of 2. Likely not in field goal range, although Vachon does have a strong leg. 4 receivers to the left. Thorne has a lot of running room. There's a flag down behind the play as he scampers out of bounds at the 32. Alabama sideline convinced it's a hold against Auburn.
Personal foul. Hands to the face. Defense number 50. 15-yard penalty will be added on to the end of the run. First down.
Wow, and they would be wrong. It's 10
Behind your head.
Design roll for Thorne, and then a throwback to Fairweather with a lot of running room. And he's knocked out of bounds at the 2. Great call. The line. Jarquez Hunter, the running back, on first and goal, under a minute to go in the half. Auburn trying to make it a one-score game. The pitch to Hunter. And he's dropped for a loss by Quay Rousseau. 6 and 6. Peyton Thorne wants to play in one more game. Design run for him. He lunged for the goal line. Didn't quite get there. LT Overton stopped him. And now the clock is running. They do have a timeout. And they gave it to Hunter, and he got stuffed. Jahad Campbell. The penalty. 2 seconds on the play clock. They take the delay of game. Wow.
Offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains fourth down.
But
I would have gone for it. I feel like that
very
sends the
surprised.
right
I know they
message.
struggled in the red zone. This is also no gimme either. 25 yards and good for Ian Vachon. There was a timeout called by Kalen DeBoer before the kick.
Results in the noon window, and it didn't affect their chances.
Don't forget to go to ESPN.com/All-State Playoff Predictor to check out your team's chances to make the college football playoff. There's still hope for Alabama, but it must no breeze to speak of. And Magoo has another touchback. Here's Molly.
Well, Auburn head coach.
Yardage just about even at the half. 2:22 Alabama, 2:04 Auburn. Here's Ryan Williams sidestepping. Jaron Thompson, and off to the races he goes. All the way out to midfield. A true freshman who is still just 4.
And the targets have come down as well, and his only catch today resulted in a fumble on the opening drive, so getting him back involved.
Jam Miller has a first down to the 39-yard line. Kensley Ledorf.
This would be a spot on 1st and 10. Might take a shot downfield.
Jeremy Bernard, a whiff on the tackle. Leads to a lot of run after the catch. Jaron Thompson made the tackle after Kayan Lee did not. Dunze, high first-round pick of the Chicago Bears. Also Jalen Polk, Jalen McMillan, screen. C.J. Dupree down to the 10-yard line.
On the screen, there's plenty of room to run.
Jam Miller on first and goal from right ends today. Justice Haynes back in at running back now. Milroe follows Haynes and goes down at the 2. Touchdown saving tackle by Key
Down for Kalen DeBoer.
Justice Haynes to the goal line. Touchdown, Alabama. Haynes, the sophomore from Buford, Georgia.
And watch the center, Parker Brailsford, transfer from Washington. The nose guard works just to the right-hand side of him. He passes him off. He goes straight to the linebacker.
And Graham Nicholson adds the extra point. Kane Womack was a graduate assistant under Hugh Freeze.
Offense, number 72.
Well, a terrible start to the half for Auburn.
Alabama defense in the second half.
They chronicled they've played very well lately, including a shutout of Missouri in late October. They need a lot of run after the catch from Keandre Lambert-Smith. He gets Jordan, legendary Auburn coach. Jam Miller, the ball carrier, when asked by a reporter how his Tuscaloosa at the University of Alabama. Milroe surrounded, got it off. Jeremy Bernard. Jeremy to the either side.
I'll say Paul Bear Bryant.
Correct. 19-6. Most wins, most games coached. Milrow. Touchdown, Jalen Milrow. Illustrious company.
And just great design by Alabama. Justice Haynes becomes the fullback. He kicks out the end man in the line of scrimmage. And there's absolutely nothing Auburn can do on the edges of their defense.
Graham Nicholson, the transfer from the total yards of 135 to -2. The points are 14 zip for Alabama. And Auburn is in a heap of trouble. And it continues. Malcolm Simmons a drop. These playoff rankings brought to you by Capital One. And now there is a skirmish. We'll get back to this. But there is a skirmish over behind the Auburn sideline. And emotions always run high.
The result of the play is an incomplete pass. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, defense number 13, and defense number 8. Only one of the unsportsmanlike conduct penalties will be enforced, 15 yards from the previous spot.
Pleasure. Nobody on the Auburn side penalized here.
Just watch it here as number 8 up top, Keandre Lambert-Smith. That's Devontae Smith just continuing to go at it. And then Malachi Moore over there trying to get his player out of there. He gets stuck in the middle, engaged with another Auburn player, kind of by himself at that point.
I guess my question here to Bill Lamagna would be Jones, who's in for Smith. And there was some woofing at the end of that. Cam Coleman again with a first down for Auburn. Well, he saw under 5 to go, third quarter. 28-6 Alabama. Thorne off his back foot down the sideline and caught. Rivaldo Fairweather took a hit from Damani Jackson and held on. And the Tigers have Thorne changing the play. The play clock down to 1. Hunter collared, but he got enough for the first down. Jordan Renaud in on the stop. To go in the third quarter. They're at the Alabama 29. Started at their own 13-yard line. Battled poor field position a lot of the night. They have a receiver wide open. Cam Coleman has an Auburn touchdown. He got behind Xavier Brown. Camden Brown, particular run motion wide right. Play clock running down again. And they get the 2 on the handoff to Jarquez Hunter. Again today.
This is a thing of beauty, finding the true freshman, high pointing the football. It's behind the defense and a great catch. Finally takes advantage of some one-on-one. It's a little chirpy, and then Auburn fans have to be wondering, had they just handed it to Hunter at the end of the first half from the 2-yard
Of making it to the 12-team playoff, their message this week is we still have a chance. Malachi Moore said, I don't care if it's a 2% chance. It's a chance. We're still going to keep fighting.
Jan Miller gets the first down. Isaiah Rakes made their own 24. The receiver stumbled. Ryan Williams still made the catch and gets the first down. Looked like he was about to fall down. Last 6 third downs. A clock killing operation on third down. Play action pass. Milrow being chased by McLeod. And he goes down short of the first down. The ball comes out. And Auburn has it. Falk recovered the fumble.
for Auburn. Looked like Milrow was going to have enough, but it's not. It's McLeod who is able to get his right arm in there and dislodge the football. It bounces forward before another Auburn Tiger is there to pounce on it. Another example of poor ball security there for Jalen Milrow. That's his third.
Kane Womack. They had faith he'd be able to do the job. Thorne out wide. Keandre Lambert-Smith waves his way down to the 30-yard line. Deshaun Jones the tackle. After the 4th Alabama turnover, Peyton Thorne has him 1st and 10. They're at the Crimson Tide 30. This is a double pass. Hunter fires into a crowd. Intercepted. Picked off by Bray Hubbard. They went into the bag of tricks and out after the play.
And this play is really made by Jahad Campbell. He sees it immediately. Watch how quickly he reacts. Goes and takes off, forces Jarquez Hunter to throw it early. Bad decision.
Intercepting team number 2. That is number 2's first unsportsmanlike conduct penalty as it counts towards disqualification.
Xavier. Milroe using as much time as he can with a 2-touchdown lead, under 10.5 to go. Out of the end zone, lots of contact, flags thrown. DJ Durkin signaling to the officials he thought that ball was uncatchable. It's Keontae Scott in cover.
Pass interference, defense number 0. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. The result of the penalty is a first down.
An enormous penalty. Jeremy Bernard, the intended receiver.
And it looked like this guy was so physical all the way through. And that ball's absolutely
Player for the Eagles and a long NFL career. Milroe, nice catch. And that gets Bernard over 100 yards receiving for the
penalty.
Auburn brings a blitz. Milroe breaks tackles and runs out of bounds with another Crimson Tide first down. Michigan with the big win at Ohio State. Nick was a walk-on quarterback for the Wolverines, later put on scholarship. Milroe. That'll get him over 100. And they continue to run out the clock.
Yeah, he knows where his help is. He knows where his big bodies are. That's on the left side of the offensive line. Watch him just wash everything down, putting Auburn defenders on their back.
Half the quarter. Jeremy Bernard, very little there. Keontae Scott, the tackle. And
taking some chunks. It's a 2-score game, and you're around 3 minutes now. You got to increase the urgency if you get the first down here.
Crowd roared. They thought Thorne handed it off, but he did not. And he carries for a first down.
Now you got to hustle, and you got to start getting some chunk yardage. Technical today, but he's got to take some chances downfield.
The only turnover was an interception thrown by the running back, Jarquez Hunter. Thorne again avoids the sack. Throws deep, and it's intercepted. Fairweather was open, but the ball hung in the air, and it's picked off by Xavier Brown. For the 5th year in a row for Alabama.
And just a great job by Xavier Brown. If you look at it, looked like there was going to be a chance downfield. You stop it right there, and Xavier Brown is kind of stuck between 2 wide receivers. Instead, he's able to read the throw, turn and reverse course, and intercept the underthrown deep ball. If that ball's thrown faster, more on the line, or more over the top, it's probably going to be a completion. And
that Florida team was a different team at the beginning of the year when Miami played them. It was a disaster. Of course, the 5 or 6 losses. Saw the Milroe family celebrating. It'll be the 9th win. Kalen DeBoer, for all the heat he's taken, will match the most wins in the first year of any Alabama coach. You have to go way back to 1930.
He's too good of a coach and has accomplished way too much in his career not to have success at a place that has had success for a very long time.
James Burnett punts it away. Malcolm Simmons back deep. And he muffs the punt. And he got back on it. The stumble recoveries, that almost was.
Or especially if they have trouble with the snap. You would never want that either. As you know.
Who would say that as an announcer? Thorne. Coleman runs out of bounds. And we should point out that this is the honor of calling what many believes the greatest rivalry in college football. Certainly people in this state believe it is. Lambert Smith out of bounds. Scored by the Sooners. This season could have been a lot different. And Peyton Thorne has taken a lot of the heat. Some of it from his own coach. His last throw goes to Lambert Smith, who's out of bounds short of the end zone. And that's it. Kalen DeBoer, a winner in his first Iron Bowl. And that's 5 straight for the Tide, their longest since they won 9 in a row under Bear Bryant back in the 70s to 1981.